If you're currently struggling to scale one marketing channel, the worst possible move that you can make is just chasing a new one. And the reason why this is so dangerous is extremely simple, because every other channel looks amazing when the one that you're in is not working. What is going on, guys? My name is John Magnor, and if you're new to this channel, I've built and scaled multiple B2B sales teams across various industries to $500,000 to $1 million a month. And today I'm going to be going over why quitting your marketing channel is going to keep you stuck, and why, if you're struggling right now, changing marketing channels is the worst possible decision that you can make. Because when ads aren't converting, everything else looks a lot easier. When Meta's not working, Google looks way better. When every single paid traffic is not going through the way that you want it, cold email looks a lot better. When outbound feels brutal, content looks easy. When content is not scaling, paid advertising looks amazing. And the reality is there's shit in every single thing that you do. Every channel is hard, every single channel has friction, and every channel has volatility. But when you constantly are in this cycle of, well, that platform is a lot easier, once you start doing it, you're just starting over. Number one, you're starting over with new data, you're starting over with new creatives, and ultimately you're starting over with a new strategy. But when you're just creating a new content strategy on the same exact platform, you're not starting over. You're simply just working based on what data they've provided for you so that you can improve. But if you continually jump to new strategies on different platforms, it's a lot easier to stall, and it's way harder to build momentum. And the reality is you're not failing because the channel is broken. You're simply failing because you haven't stayed in it long enough. And the reality is I want to give you some crazy perspective. Is top operators, they're running hundreds or thousands of tests. And the reality is as you can see here, Alex Hormozi, which is one of the top internet marketers right now, if you go on to Meta Ad Library, and I'm sure it's different if you're watching this video a week from now, but today on December 29th, he is running 210 different ad campaigns. Okay, Grant Cardone, most of you guys know him, he's running 530 different ad creatives. And School, which is one of Alex Hormozi's company, is doing 3,000 different ad campaigns. And if you pause for a second and just think about it, do you guys actually think that all these ads are crushing it? No, because in reality, it doesn't matter if you're Grant Cardone or for Alex Hormozi, most of them are not. And most of them are probably just average. And some maybe are even losing money. And the reality is a small percentage are going to be doing very, very well, but that small percentage pays for everything else. And the reason why most people fail is because they launch 3 to 5 ads, one underperform, one gets a bad cost per lead, and then one just doesn't convert fast enough. And they immediately decide, oh, well, Meta doesn't work for my business. So then they switch. And then they try to do Google or they try to do LinkedIn. And they don't get replies within the first 2 weeks. Then they decide that that doesn't work. And it's a continual cycle. And in reality, it's not because these channels don't work. It's because quitting feels productive for you when everything else is not working. But in reality, you need all this stuff to compound. Switching channels is just killing the compound. And here's what the companies at scale actually understand. They don't look for the channel that magically works. They assume the channel works and they focus on out-testing everyone inside that channel. They accept that number one, most creatives are not going to work. Number two, a lot of these hooks are going to fail. And number three, most angles are going to underperform. And instead of getting emotional, they use volume to surface winners. And the algorithm doesn't reward creativity, it rewards iteration. And when someone sees this, and when you see someone running hundreds of thousands of ads, it's not confidence, it's simply just math. And they're not trying to be clever, they're trying to give the platform enough signals to learn. This is exactly what you guys should be doing. And the difference between a stalled account and a scaled one is usually isn't targeting budgets or some secret hack. It's creative volume and messaging refinement. Because most business owners, they never find the winning message because they simply stop testing ones way too early. And the industry illusion that kills momentum is when something isn't working in your industry, another industry looks cleaner, another niche looks easier, another offer looks simpler, and another business model looks more profitable. And that's not reality. That's just distance bias. And in reality, every single industry has bad leads, every business has churns, and every channel has days where nothing works because you're not behind, you're simply just in the middle of it all. And the practical takeaway is if you're under 7 figures, the actuality that matters is you don't need 3 to 5 channels. You need one channel that you can commit to, and you don't need 10 avatars. You need one ICP with multiple pain points that are tested aggressively. You don't need brand new ideas every single week. You need discipline and iteration on what's already showing signal. And scaling happens when you stop resetting and start compounding. And the fastest way to stay small is constantly starting over. And the fastest way to scale is very, very boring. And to test more that feels reasonable, to stay longer that feels comfortable, and to let data replace emotion. Because every single big decision that you admire went through this phase. They didn't escape it, they simply survived it. So in actuality, you got to stay the course longer. And if you're doing under 7 figures, like I said, you simply have not tested out all your angles. You haven't hit your market enough, and you haven't hit the platforms enough. You got to stay on one platform because in reality, it just makes everything a lot more simple. Once you get that down, then that's when you can scale. You put in more money towards Meta. Once you feel like that's capped out, just depending on your industry, that's when you can scale omni-channel. Okay. So if you're a B2B founder and you feel stuck right now, chances are that you don't need a new channel. You just need a better system for testing, iterating, and scaling that you're already locked in. And that's in reality how real growth happens. Now, if you're looking for the exact testing system that I use to scale my ads, comment scale down below and we'll have a conversation. Thanks, guys.